Greetings and salutations. So we're back here in Empyrion, and there's a few ideas that I've been kind of formulating, and I don't know if they're ultimately practical, but the problem is when you try to develop this construct in the form of a forum post, sometimes it's misperceived. I notice that's a lot that happens a lot. I'll write this article, and people will get super defensive around an idea. And it's like, that's not the direction I wanted to go with that forum post. And that's not what I meant. So I think it's easier if I just kind of try to articulate this in the form of a video in creative mode, and then post it in that construct. And so I know a lot of times people don't really want to get into the videos, but due to the complexity of some of the logic and ideas in Imperium, I think it's the best format. So in this construct, the idea is, let's say you have a base. This is a base block, our base core, right? And this is a base. This is just as a construct. This is a base. And then with this base, I have my Wi-Fi, right? So let me go H, and then let me see Y. Where's my Wi-Fi? I forget. There we go, Wi-Fi, right? And then I put my Wi-Fi on here, right? Boom, there's Wi-Fi. And then I have a certain range, F4, right? And I have a certain range of player inventory, base inventory, right? And so once I get outside that range, it will tell me. Will it tell me in creative mode? It should have dropped already. See right there. So right, it's telling me that I'm pressing F4 as I get closer, boom, right there, right? So I think I'm 50 meters. I can't remember if it says the Y max range 100 meters. There we go, down there at the bottom, max range. So this construct is let's say I build I should be able to get into the deco, wrong key, and they have antennas in the deco. So if I built I think deco is this one, yeah, decoration. So there's antennas that pre-exist in the deco platform, but they don't actually do anything. And so I think as a construct, the idea behind this is, let's say you build a Wi-Fi. Well, if you want to increase that Wi-Fi, all you do is add an antenna to that. And let's say the combination of both the Wi-Fi and the antenna now multiplies that by a
Alan said you really have
percentage.
to stick to either flying or hovers.
Okay, so you have to lost my train of thought. So you have to, um, as a construct, it multiplies the Wi-Fi from the antenna, and it actually gives a purpose to the deco asset. So it kind of drives that creativity. Um, it drives that creativity that exists in the game, because it would force you to put antennas to utilize better Wi-Fi range. That's something that exists in the real world. You can have a Wi-Fi router combo or Wi-Fi, and then you buy these little plugs around the house that boost your Wi-Fi signal. So these are Wi-Fi boosters. And let's say you had another base um, over here, and you could link them through the antennae. So you would only need, on your second base, let's say we go here, and this is a second base, because I don't think it'll let me place a block, unfortunately. So I would have to do another base, right? And then with that base, all I would have to do is put that Wi-Fi on there, and that's that would tie in the grid to the existing Wi-Fi network, right? So now I have, and you can make it to where this one adds 50% range, right? And then the big one, right? The big one right here, let's say it adds 500% range. So here's the construct. Now what you do is you significantly increase the value, the material cost and value of these antenna, because you get a significantly more advantage. Why my English is super broken. You gain a significant advantage of functionality through the existing assets and tying in the Wi-Fi into the antennas by boosting the signal, and they could have different variances in boost signals. So, like, let's say the bottom one's 50% and the top one's 250%. Whatever. It's not my place to come up with the percentages or the variety, but it's just kind of exploring this concept to really utilize existing assets that are already there, and without putting really any cost in, improving the gameplay in the build, the that would drive that creative mode that exists, and really kind of utilize the best aspect of the game, right? Because people would like take a hard look at their structure and be like, well, I need to have this and I need to have this in order to get this arranged. Now there's a third effect in this. So if I bust out my drone range is 50 meters, right? My drone range is 50 meters. Where am I at? But if I'm in my Wi-Fi array, my drone will exist in that Wi-Fi array, and I'll have no limitation as long as I'm in the array of my antenna array or my Wi-Fi antenna range. So it is directly connected. So basically, it's kind of a rework or a um, yeah, it's a rework of the Wi-Fi slash deco antenna construct without spending any money on assets, and it would just be the labor of kind of tying this stuff in together. And I mean, I could be completely off on this, but this could be something that is implemented into the game for little to no cost, which would really drive that refinement and polishment of existing systems. And in closure, I want to say I appreciate all the hard work the dev has done, and I can really, I've really enjoyed the content, and I've bought multiple copies for all my friends. Unfortunately, it's like a 50-50. Some love it and take off with it, and some, it's like not their cup of tea. So, but I just wanted to say I appreciate the hard work, and as always, thank you for watching.